Here's something I haven't said in about 6 years. Welcome to episode 50. It has been a long time since we have done a 50th episode of anything. I want to say the last time we did 50 episodes was possibly on like Lone Oak in 17. After 50 episodes, I turned off seasons and actually played for fun and had a good time, but it kind of lost its juju, if you know what I mean. There was kind of nothing to play for. So, I'm not gonna turn seasons off after 51. I don't know if we're gonna still go. I assume we will. By the time you guys are watching this, I'll definitely know. In the meantime, there's a couple things that I need to do. One of which is to remove both of these guys. Because evidently, after you leave a safe game and come back in, your milk and slurry connections are weird. Also, people have been saying that the manure doesn't work. My manure's working fine. It's just all on this side. But once we get this done, we are gonna have a little bit of fun because it is a big old mowing day today. We are gonna have to buy, I think, 2 extra mowers because there's just so much. There's no way we can get it all done. We've got this one, but we're gonna have to buy a second, and we need to buy a mower for our MacDon. That way everybody's out in the fields mowing at the same time, and we get as much done as possible. And there we go. I don't know if that's gonna help any, but I guess we'll find out. It's also a lot easier to put there than it was in there. All right, now let's get to mowing. So we've got the mower on our John Deere, but we need to grab one for the case as well. And I've seen quite a few people say, DJ, you know that mower's supposed to be turned around, right? I'm very aware. But I'm gonna do it again. And this one's gonna be towed as well. But it works. It works really well. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. So there we go. We got those, and we'll get ourselves a little mower right here for our MacDon, because the MacDon is basically just sitting around doing nothing right now. There we go. Right at $100,000 worth of new toys. One other thing we need is a good sturdy weight for the case. I think something like this will be perfectly suited for that. So now, let's rock and roll. Also, since our last videos have come out, because there's about 5-ish days between when I've recorded the last video and this one, a lot of information has come out about grass, and it turns out that all the comments and stuff that you guys have been posting were absolutely correct. And I know you know they were correct, but I gotta tell you anyway, it doesn't really matter when you harvest. The grass is perfectly ready to go whenever it says ready to harvest. So whether that be ready to harvest stage 1 or 2, they are ready, or the grass is ready. Like this field right here, I think is the second stage. Yeah, it looks like I ended up waiting a little bit too long. We probably only got 1 or 2 harvests out of this when we probably could have gotten 3 or 4. Maybe not 3 or 4. Maybe just 3. Nonetheless, let's go in here. AI worker, work the headlands, please. All of this seems good. Sure. And then we just set it and forget it, right? That's how that works. Our worker, and we'll see how they do. I'm always nervous about setting workers on stuff like this, where they do the headlands as well, because I feel like I do the headlands pretty good, but we would be wasting time. So I'm just gonna rely on them. Next up, the MacDon. Now the MacDon I have not utilized in a while for, well, to be fair, really anything. I love this mower. It's an awesome little mower, but I haven't really done anything with it. It's 100% on me. That's all my fault. I should have utilized this more. But I do prefer, at the end of the day, the mowers on the tractor. So what are you going to do there? Also, some stuff has come out about one of the areas at the top end of the map. If we go into build mode real quick, let's see if I can get my bearings about where I'm at. Way up here, all you have to do is delete this little shed right here, the one that says flowers, and it deletes all the stuff out here in the field. It also deletes this fence and this fence around. Now, I kind of dig the fences. I think they look very cool, but, I mean, we could then take all of these fields, plow them together, and make a field out of it. And then maybe do the same thing over here. I don't know, man. Pretty good idea. Nonetheless, let's head over here. We've got 2 headlands being worked. Actually, did it say... Hang on a minute. Did it say work the headlands? Oh, yeah, on. Okay. Please do not disappoint me. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? You seem to be doing just fine. Okay, that's good. Let's find this guy now. And let's head out, where do we go? Maybe we go to the new field. I can't even remember at this point how many fields we've got to mow. We've got this one, which is 15 and 11 together. We've also got field number 8, the 6, 7, 9 field, then the field 345, field number 2, 85 and 81. Then we also have the 82, 83, and 84, all of which are grass. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. It's insane. Now, unlike the previous two, I am going to do this one. So I want to jump into my steering assist. I do like a 3 headland pass. I think it gives me enough room to turn around, but shouldn't have any room or any problems turning around here anyway. So let's just set it up. Let's drop down. Let's set it on and go. Rock and roll, baby. So the plan whenever we are done mowing, which is gonna take a little while, if I'm honest. Actually, let's go over to harvested just so I can keep an eye on everything. We are going to bale all of this up and make a bunch of silage. I wanted to do an insane sale, which will hopefully boost us over the next little bit here, especially after spending all the money we did on the on the cattle area. What is going on? I'm mowing right now. Do I not own that field? I told you, when you get close to the water, weird stuff happens, man. And I extended this field out. I don't know who to blame. I mean, I blame Giants, but I guess I have to blame myself. That is more annoying than I could ever possibly imagine. Cool. Is exactly what I wanted for Christmas. And then spots over there that are just being missed. It's never happened in Farming Simulator game before. What in the world? So if I sound hoarse, it's like 7:30 in the morning. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. I'm rocking, baby. Let's go. And a couple more areas where the mower's just saying, no, I'm good. I'm not going to mow that part. What's the point in expanding the fields if it's going to screw up? Well, I think I found at least one of the problems. One of the problems is it just doesn't want to mow it. But the areas down there where it just didn't collect the grass or anything, yeah, that was a big problem. So I guess the good thing is we know why it happened. And whenever I pass these areas right here, I know I could just back up to them and hopefully fix that. Pretty irritating, though. Never in any other Farming Simulator game have I had this kind of trouble. Other than, like, seeding on Comston in 22, but that was pretty easy. All you had to do was smooth out the ground. This is as smooth as it gets. Now that I finished my 2 passes around, let's jump out and check on everybody and see how they're doing. So it looks like our MacDon is rocking and rolling. Oh. The cruise control set at 7 miles an hour. I don't know why. That's why it's going so slow. Let's see, how's everybody doing over here? Well, he seems to be doing all right, going back and forth nice and quick. That is a very good thing. So it sounds like I'm the one that's behind the most. Alrighty, well then, we need to get to work. There's a lot of mowing to do. We got some good news. I am almost done mowing this field. Boom. Now I am done mowing this field. Let's turn everybody off, raise them up, and get it folded. If we jump out and take a look, we can see that our MacDon is doing pretty good, but taking a minute. And our case, I'm losing my voice here, the case is almost done too. And I will knock out the rest. There we go. Sweet. Cool. That kind of makes me happy. So there we go. We've knocked off that. For some reason, I just can't harvest that no matter how much I try. And we've got about that much done there. So it's time to move this mower over to 83, 82. Now this is an interesting one, and I never really know quite how the worker's gonna do it, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. Fine, just fine. How's it run with 3 headlands? It'll probably do better with 2. We'll let him do that. Let's hire it up, and we'll see how they work. Meanwhile, I'll be taking my mower over to field number 8. Goodness gracious, we got 5 more fields to go. It's gonna take forever. I guess what I could also do is attach a mower to one of the smaller tractors and let it do that. I think that might be more trouble than it's worth, though. So onward we go. Still plenty to do, but we are rocking. Doing good. Honestly, I think the baling and wrapping, that's gonna be the thing that takes the longest. I might use a round baler just so that I don't have to deal with having to come back a second time. Although there's no fast wrap version of that baler. So, yeah, never mind. I guess we're doing it separate, huh? I'm growing a little bit tired of how long this is taking. So I'm going to jump in here and take care of this last part myself. Just a lot easier. Knock it out. Good to go. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Finally, with its first field. The other two mowers are almost done with their fields, like, period. Not this dude. No, no. All right. Back to it. I'm going to try my best to hire a worker on this again. AI worker, 5 meters. Yeah. Good. Go, do you think? Be good. Meanwhile, I've got to hand it to it. I've mowed this yard a couple times, and I've never really enjoyed it very much. However, man, I got to give them to him. This AI worker is killing it right here. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Here's what our, well, I was going to say, here's what our lines are looking like. There we go. Here's what your lines are looking like. It's knocking it out. Claps. And this is why I do my own field work, because I can knock this out in virtually no time whatsoever, while everybody else just takes their dandy time turning around at the end. Look at that. Boom, done, off, fold. Simple. Effective. Since the other mowers are farthest away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the farthest away field for me, which is farmland number 2, which I don't think I've done field work on in like 2 weeks, like real time, if not more than that. It's been a hot minute over here. We're going to head over here. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's got all these little pothole areas where the stuff happened. I've turned hail damage off since then, so that's not on there anymore. Quick check-in on everybody else. How are we doing? Looks like they are trying their best to go as slow as possible. They're on their 3rd pass around. Go, baby, go. 3rd pass. No, 2nd pass. Goodness. Slow, man. They're almost done. Well, all right. I say almost done. And we are just getting started on field 3. So, let's party. So, time to get you caught up now. Quite a bit of time has passed. I'm not actually sure how much time, but I've ended up spending the last, like, 20 minutes on the phone with my mom, because it's super early in the morning. She called me. Got to talk to the mama, right? Well, let's poke around and see what we've got. It looks like this guy's done, and it looks like this guy's done. So, we need to send both of these over to the main farm. There's good news. We only have like 2 fields left, and then we're finished. Tell you what, there's got to be a better way to get in and out of here, but there you go. Also, that fence loading in is cracking me up. One good thing about using different sets of mowers, because you probably look at this going, you know, normally I use GPS on it. How is that going to work, and how is that going to matter? Well, to be fair, I'm just going to utilize the working width of the baler. Now, I'm still using the windrow baler, which, irritatingly, I started using near the beginning of the series because it had been submitted then. I don't think it's out yet. Yeah, just check Mod Hub, which, you know, had to go through like a billion different categories to find. But yeah, it's not even out yet. Super weird and irritating. Nonetheless, here we are at episode 50 now. I'm still using it. Okay. So this is going to get a little bit interesting, trying to use both of these on the same field. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over here. We'll kind of pull in, double check our AI worker settings, see that those are good, and we'll say, cool beans, go do your thing, home slice. Then I'm going to jump into here. We'll head down to the big field, which, look at that. Conveniently, we've got a little turn down right there. Sweet. I guess it's going to come down here too. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to see how we do here, because we've got, let's see, September, October, November. We've got 2 more months of growth left in this thing where we could still get quite a bit going on. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. I'm interested to see how boring the next harvest is going to be, because, let's be fair, it's been a bit boring. Ugh. And I'm going to do a little bit of this on my own right until about here. There we go. And now we'll just bring it over to the AA worker and have them do it. He's going to back up for whatever reason. Yep, there you go. Backing it up. Way too far. He's going to line right back up, right where I had him. And miss it. Good job. Well, back to it I go. I think we'll let the MacDon handle that field in the middle. As soon as I knock this out, I'll go help out the guy on the big field. Here's one of my least favorite things about whatever these mowers do. Look at this. Look at this. Why is he facing that way? What is he doing? What in the world is going on over there? It's the dumbest thing ever. Ay, 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 ay. All right, so looks like our mower up there is doing good, running 2 headlands as we've got them set up to do, which is very, very nice. However, I think it's time that we get to work on this. So I am actually going to take over the headlands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset up this worker to just not do them. So we'll set this up, back it up over here, set it up for AI worker. I'm going to run 3 headlands because I find that much easier to manage. And I'm going to tell this guy, do not work the headlands. Now, I need to detach and reattach for some reason. I'll never understand why. And we'll go into 3 headlands. And I'm going to start right up here. That way, whenever I come through the last time, I can just start running lines back and forth at the top, and I'm good to go. So, let's rock and roll. These are our last 2 fields to mow. Show you everything going on through here. Boom, boom, boom. Woo! Feel like I've been doing this for forever, but we're knocking it out quick. If you're curious what it looks like to mow grass and not run the headlands first, that's what that looks like. It, it is what it is. It's what would it look like if you were doing anything else. I just think it's funny. Normally, if you're doing harvesting, you go from the outside in and seeding and field work, that kind of things, from the inside out. But, yeah, that looks funny. All right, here's where we get off center just a little bit. Should be able to take this and just do that. Hey, it worked. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So here's where we're at right now. Our MacDon is making good work of that, and we're going to knock this field out before it's even sunny out. There's got to be a saying that works there. So I'm going to pull right out of here as soon as this is done, and we're going to head over there with this mower and knock those out. I'm not quite sure what happened with the MacDon, but whatever it wasn't happy doing what it was supposed to do, so we're going to go clean up after him. Man, look at this. He really missed some spots over here, didn't he? Goodness gracious. A little too much bouncing around, I think. Okay, I think that's everything. Alrighty. Neato. Let's head on back. Well, probably check this, although I don't think there's any spots. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Let's head on back, because now it really gets fun. We need to grab our baler, and we're just going to be running back and forth, making a whole bunch of bales on all these fields. Well, we've got AI worker, either I or one. I don't know what that is, but they have completed their task, and that's the important thing. I always forget with this thing, you have to unfold it and lower it down before you can disconnect it. Kind of annoying, but I guess it makes sense for real life. And I think for now, kind of like that's it for this tractor. I don't think we need to use that anymore. MacDon's looking good. That makes me happy. They'll be done with that before we know it. And our case is now completed. And we are almost done with everything. So close. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Don't get ahead of myself here. We got a little thing right around here that somebody missed. It wasn't me. There we go. All right, all done now. All done. Raise it up, turn it off, do the thing. I'm gonna be using the case for the baler. I like this machine. It's a pretty cool machine. It's more powerful, I think, than the John Deere, and even if it's not more powerful, it goes faster. So we can get between points even quicker, which is a good thing. I think one of the things I'm going to do is start farthest away so that, it just, I don't know, start farther away and then have to make our way back in. I think that's going to be the game plan here. Also, you know what? We could take this baler over and get the 20-meter extension. I think right now I'm using a 12, which is fine, but 20's bigger. I don't know, man. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Definitely get this job done, knocked out in half the time. Currently here, and $37,000 Oh my goodness. For the 12 meter, the 20 meter setup. However, the 16 is free. Well, I think you know what we're going with there, huh? Still much larger setup than we had before. This is good. I dig it. I am very cool with it. So let's double check, make sure. 240 centimeter square bales. If you are curious, there you go. And we now get to hit it and run. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I also love how it has no idea about the working with or anything. I don't think we need to run 2 headlands. I'm going to anyway, but I don't think there's any reason to do that. Let's drop it down. Set it around. Uh-oh. Well, I'm already stuck. How did I get stuck already? Oh, it's the pickup in the back. Well, hopefully that doesn't become a problem, because that is a serious problem. Haven't had that problem before. Oy. All right, rock and rolling. Doing our thing, making bales, and it is putting them together. There is one already. There's about half of another one. Making bales so fast. One thing that I do want to try and do is knock out the bales as quick as I can, at least here on the ends. One of the problems that you run into, especially with something this large and windrower this big, is trying to just get in the way or out of the way of bales, especially here on the end. So if we can pop the bales out in corners like that, we won't have as many problems running into them later on. Like this. It's going to be out of my hand, out of control. There we go. But yeah, we're going to have to hit that bale. We made it around the first pass, and we've got a bunch of bales on here. There's another one popping out right through there. Yeah. Let's see. 22 bales so far. I think there's another one in there. Let's go pop that out. There you go. Now one thing I'm going to do real fast is run around and remove these bales from the interior of the field. I told you that this was going to become a problem. This is definitely going to take longer to do. However, it's so much easier in the long run. Oh, and look at that. Our mower's done. Sweet. Because we have so many bales to make, we still have to wrap them as well. I want to go ahead and maybe try and knock this out as quick as possible. It's a lot of work, but I need to just go ahead and bale this stuff and be done with it. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and I'll be back with a lot of bales that have been made. So far, after knocking out all of the fields on the island, or at least all 4 of these, we are at 121 square bales. 121 times 6,500, I believe, or 6.5. 121 times 6.5. And then multiply that by whatever straws or silage is selling for. That's how much money we gonna make. But I don't even think that's half of the bales that we're gonna make. Getting down to the point where we've got 2 fields left to go. We've got 345 and number 2. We're almost done here. We've done all of these, all of them. And we're up to 271 bales right now. Probably gonna have a couple more that pop out here in just a second. Whew. We are getting up there. I do not think I'm going to wrap these in this one. I'm happy to get rid of the bales and pop them out, but I am not wrapping these today. We're almost done. Oh my goodness, and there's been so many bales. I'm not looking forward to this. I really should have found a bale wrapper that also baled at the same time. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's go ahead and force unload this last one, and we are at 333 bales. 333. I don't wanna. Picking up all of the bales and not super strength, flight mode, there we go. Picking up all of these bales, getting everything together. Oh, this is going to be one of the most ridiculous setups ever. And we're just getting started. I wanted to do this again twice. Did I miss grass down here? Oh well, I think we're okay. Not to mention all the bales over here too. They're everywhere, man. But anything for the new cows, I guess. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for dealing with all the insane craziness over the past 50 episodes. We got more coming, so don't worry if things are set up. I'm not just going to leave it be the way it is. But we will be back soon with more videos from Riverbend Springs. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you are new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications as well. That way, next time I release something, you're the first one to know about it. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.